It may be nighttime, but I've still got my coffee because it's the Names and Coffee Podcast with Alex Brown, the Name Mentor. Who remembers all those commercial jingles from the 90s? Repping them today. I've got a fun discussion today. Lacey reached out to me and she asked me this question, and I've heard this question a bunch of times, and I was like, yeah, this needs to be a podcast because I think it's an important conversation, and I think it will actually be really, really helpful. She said, what do you do when you feel numb to every name? I feel like I don't like any now, even names I used to love. I've come up with all these criteria and reasons to not pick a name. Too common, too uncommon, worrying about it, being easily made fun of, someone in my family has the name or a similar name already, easily mispronounced or misspelled, will it grow well, etc. So, wow. Whew. I've heard this frustrated question, like I said, a bunch of times. So I gave her some advice, and I want to permanently put it here so that it can help more people in this position. So I have 3 steps. The first step is that you have to recognize that you have creator's block, that you are burnt out. I think as soon as you admit that, as soon as you realize, oh my gosh, this isn't just me feeling overwhelmed and frustrated. I've actually reached this mental roadblock. And all the emotions that come with that. That's super real. I mean, when I was having my babies, there are so many decisions and things that you are constantly having to do. Like, I didn't realize all of the things had to happen. You had to make decisions for all of the things. You're super tired. Your body is growing a human. You're kind of emotional. People are, kind of irritating at times, trying to insert themselves into situations and opinions and all that. And it's exhausting. It's mental, emotional, physical overload. And I think you have to recognize I've reached my limit. I cannot figure out this name. And I think that the mounting pressure of finding the perfect name just tips you over, and it's just too much. So the first step is just acknowledging that. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So the second thing is, if you put it into the category of writer's block or creative block, what I have found and what I've talked to other creators is that you just have to stop and you need to unplug from it, and you need to go do something that fills your soul. You need to go do something that fills your tank back up. So for me, I get re-energized and inspired by going and experiencing other people's creativity. Whether it's a museum or an art gallery, a show. I went to the Philadelphia Flower Show one year, and I met up with Ren at Abundance of Names. Oh, it was so amazing. But anyway, so I went to the Philly Flower Show, and seeing all those flowers and all those people's creativity, it did something to me. Go somewhere beautiful. Even if it's just a quick little day trip or an afternoon trip or a weekend trip. Go do something outside of your circle, outside of the norm. Get out of it. Go somewhere that fills you, gives you some peace, gives you some energy. It's so important and critical for the human spirit anyway, especially when you're empty, when your tank is empty and you just are at your wit's end. Get out of your circle, go re-energize. And you may have to go do that a couple of times. You have to not force it. You need to be quiet in it and see if anything rises to the surface. When I was pregnant with Reagan, she's my second baby, and I was like, I've already done this before, I'm good. But I had some nagging questions that I could not answer. And so I just unplugged. I left my phone in the house and I went outside and I walked through the woods and I was just totally still and quiet. And I got my answers. My answers came with, how would I feel in that situation? And that answered my question. Oh, the answer is no. I don't want that. But I just had to get still enough to allow that to happen. So I really encourage that. I think that's very important. My midwives, with both of my babies, encouraged me, you need to slowly unplug from the world as you approach your birthing time. And you just need to be you and let the phone go. Don't respond right away. Just begin to relax and unwind and unplug. Let your body do its thing. Let your brain do its thing. Stop catering to all of the pressures around you to get everything done. It's like, no, this is about me right now. Obviously, it's about your partner, but you are the one that is going through something. This is such a moment, a sacred process. It's a life-changing process for you. For you. And acknowledging that and just allowing yourself to get recharged is so crucial and so, so very important. So the third and last thing, is that if you've gotten to the place in your process where you're not getting anywhere, then there's something wrong with the process. Your process isn't working. There's too many factors and asterisks next to everything. You need to throw out your process. And you need to start again. You just go back to the beginning. And you need to walk through it like there's no. Like there's no factors and no asterisks. And really consider those things that you were saying were musts, because something isn't working. I think that if you go out and just leave, quote unquote, the dirty dishes on the table and just get out and fill yourself up and relax and come back and set the table fresh. Set it fresh. Start again. I don't think you should be daunted by that. I think you should be excited. I look at discovering a baby named like Christmas, where I go, man, what should I get them for Christmas? What is the really special, thoughtful thing that they go, wow, like you really knew me, you thought of me, you were intentional. You didn't just buy me a generic thing, you were really intentional about it. And get excited, like look at it in that way. Like you're finding their Christmas present, you're finding their birthday present. I posted a meme quite a few years ago. It was a repost from somebody, and it said, hey, I like your name. And they said, thanks. It was a birthday gift. So fun. This is so fun. You've gotta just get jazzed up about it again and not look at it as this daunting mantle heaviness. Like, don't do that. Stop. It's a present. It's fun. So I hope that helps. Just some super quick tips. And I'd love to hear from you. Let me know if that has helped you or what you have found to help you in your process. I will definitely share it. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you later.